Afternoon baseball here on the show. Today we've got a good matchup in store between the Cleveland Indians and the Detroit Tigers. Detroit find themselves on a 5-game skid. They'll try to get back on track next. Matthew Boyd will be on the mound for the series opener. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, we're going to get a chance to look at a guy that he's a little bit up and down throughout points of his career. A career ERA just over 4. When he's good, he can be really good. And when he's bad, well, let's just say he can be pretty bad at times. But it'll be interesting to see which one we see. He's a little bit of Jekyll and Hyde. Hopefully he's going to be a little bit more Jekyll than Hyde in this one here today.
Digging in, Francisco Lindor. And we are ready for some daytime baseball. So, fellas, these Tigers, as they begin play here today, they come in a real funk to start the year. Still searching for what's been an elusive first win.
Yeah, I get it, Matty. The team's on a moderate losing streak right now. Can't be happy with the way they played, but they have to find a way to relax a little bit. Everybody goes through these little stretches, these little valleys throughout the course of a long season. This team should right itself, and it needs to start today.
Here's a shot to left field and deep. Look at this. That one is gone. What a way to lead off a ball game. First home run of the campaign for him as the Tribe move out in front 1-0.
This guy has some pop. You can't just lay one in there. What happens? He leads the game off just like that. It's 1-0.
Standing in now, Oscar Mercado.
Number 35.
This will take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike one. Lifetime numbers against Matt Boyd, just a 1 for 9. Bases are empty here, nobody out.
Nope.
And it's 1-1.
You know he wants that on the mound, especially if it would have made the count 0-2. Didn't get it, though, so now you have to make another quality pitch on 1-1.
In there at the letters, 1-2 now.
I know he stole a strike right there, but he wants to get that curveball down or he's going to get hurt.
And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2.
He might have to look for a different way to put this guy away on 2-2. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times, so he might be looking for it.
Fouled off. Another try at 2-2. Hot shot on the ground is short. And a close play at first, but a great stretch that time as they get him by a step for out number 1. And I thought this might happen based on how close that play was. They're looking at the replay in order to make a decision on challenging the out call on the field. So here's the signal from the bench, and they will indeed ask for that play to be reviewed.
All right, we'll take one last look at it here. The question is there enough video evidence to change the call to safe? And wow, from that look at it, I think he did beat that throw. This challenge might work out for him.
The decision appears to have been made, and the runner is safe, so the call is overturned. Good challenge there, and they'll maintain the right to do so again later in the game if needed. Here's Carlos Santana now, as he'll take one up in the zone, but indeed in the strike zone for the first strike. And he's looking to get it going, off to a bit of a slow start this year. And this one's in the dirt, but it won't skip away far enough for the runner to advance. Here's a look over to first. Don't want to forget about him. Mercado gets his lead at first, nobody out. And again a throw, keeping particularly close tabs on him. 1-1. Now a ball swung on and heading for the stands in right, and that'll move the count to 1-2 now. From the stretch. And here's a slider. Strike 3 called, and that'll be the first out of the inning. So next it'll be the 4-hole hitter for the Tribe, Jose Ramirez. First swings for him in this one with a runner still at first and 1 gone. And the runner back easily. First pitch of the at-bat. And there he goes towards second. Strike called. Now the throw down is going to be far too late. That's a stolen base.
That's pretty savvy base running, right? A lot of pitchers don't throw over twice in a row, so I think he was going on first movement, and it worked out nicely.
Edge of the zone that time taken and ruled a strike.
I get it. He wants to see this guy's repertoire, but now he's behind in the count. Puts himself in a tough spot to hit.
Breaking ball called third strike as that catches the zone for out number 2.
It's never a good look to strike out looking, but it's way worse when you do it with a guy in scoring position. Those are the times you really want to see a guy battle and at least put the ball in play.
And that'll bring in Franmil Reyes. Now a ball lined toward the alley in left center. And this is into the alley and ought to be good for extra bases. And the throw in gets away from him as he arrives at second without a play, as also on the play a run comes across to score.
I guess their scouting reports on this guy were dead on because it's already 2-0 in the early going, and they're having absolutely no trouble seeing him here. On the other side, they're very quickly looking at a game that they're going to have to fight back in.
At the plate, Jordan Luplow, as he pops the first pitch foul behind the plate. Opportunity for him here to pick up that runner from second with 2 away. Fastball just misses. That's ball 1. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. Breaking ball. That's in the dirt as he takes a ball.
Looks like that bomb earlier in the inning kind of put this pitcher on the defensive, not being very aggressive right now.
Hit hard on the ground towards second, and that's through into center field. Base hit. Now the relay home, and he is safe at the plate, and the lead is now 3-0.
You know what I like right there, Dan, is the batter's approach. Not trying to do too much, just taking it right back up the chute again, staying within himself, and just knowing that anything to the outfield gets him an RBI.
Now, that's a good piece of hitting. That's a great point, Hero. I think a lot of times hitters go up there trying to do a little bit too much. Sometimes you just have to go ahead and hit the ball where it's pitched, and a good job and a run batted in.
Domingo Santana is in with 2 away as he takes a ball 1-0. From the belt, kicks and deals. High in the air out to center field. Maben is there. And that ends the inning. So 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and a man left on. On now to the bottom of inning number 1. The Indians lead it 3-0. Jeffrey Rodriguez gets the call for game 1 of the series. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, looking at the numbers, you can see this guy had an ERA over 4 last season. He'd like to do a lot better than that. He's got to do a much better job of keeping base runners off the bases. Cut the walks down and try to limit the hits per 9 innings pitched.
Here comes the first pitch. Victor Reyes is at the plate as he watches ball 1. So, fellas, this Indians ball club, as they begin play here this afternoon, they come in as hot as anyone in this first week of the season as they've won 5 of their first 6 contests.
Yeah, Matty, we had a saying in Texas, hit or get left behind. And that's exactly what this team did in their last game. Scored a bunch of runs, but good approach at the plate, working the ball to all gaps. Line to line, this team swung the bats well. I'm going to be looking for that again in this one.
But this will be gloved out there at second as he didn't have far to go for the out. Digging in now, Harold Castro, hitless in 4 tries in the ball game yesterday. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1. 1 out, nobody on. A good tailing fastball for a strike, 1-1. On he pops it up. Ramirez in foul ground, but this will land untouched. The 1-2 is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3.
That strikeout was all about setting the hitter up with hard stuff. You can see the first 3 pitches are coming in fast, and then he slows it down on the 4th pitch, knowing the hitter is sort of conditioned for the hard stuff. Yet another way to upset a hitter's timing.
And that'll bring up the veteran Miguel Cabrera as he rips it on the ground to second. He'll whip this one to first in time, and that ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down for Detroit. Still down 3-0. Stepping up to the plate, Roberto Perez, and he's looking to get it going. Off to a bit of a slow start this year.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
1-0 the count. Here it comes. Nearly got the inside, but ruled a ball. Perez is widely considered one of the elite backstops in the game. Of course, his skills behind the plate are well documented, and in a position like catcher, that makes a big difference for his team every night he straps it on.
And for obvious reasons. And he allows the pitching staff to throw any pitch, any count, knowing they can bounce that breaking ball and feel like it's coming right back to him. This guy, he is really one of the special defenders in our sport.
Arroyo.
Striding into the box, Christian Arroyo. First pitch on its way. And here's a fastball called for strike 1.
Nice job by the pitcher right there to establish himself back into the strike zone. Would have liked to have seen the hitter been a little bit more aggressive in that situation. Usually when a pitcher throws 4 balls in a row, that next pitch you could get super greedy right down the middle.
A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. Good fastball down around the knees there, taken for a strike.
One of the best ways to keep a guy uncomfortable is to pound him inside. They're doing that, and this one caught the zone.
Changeup called strike 3 as he rolls his eyes at the call. 1 away. So here's Francisco Lindor now. Second at bat for him, and remember, he led off the ball game with that home run to get this offense going. A ball and no strikes.
Boy, the curveball just hasn't been there this afternoon, and this is this guy's bread and butter pitch, especially when he gets ahead of hitters. He needs to find that curveball again.
Count even now at 1-1. From the stretch.
That's ball 2.
He might still be thrown off from that first inning, guys. He got knocked around pretty good, and that can be hard to recover from mentally sometimes.
Wanted to go after the slider, but he holds off. 3-1. Oscar Mercado is on deck. Fastball too low, and that's ball 4.
Looks like the pitching coach is going to come out and have a word with him. Don't like to see that in the second inning, but once he makes sure he's okay physically, I'm sure it'll be just words of encouragement the rest of the way.
Stepping into the box, Oscar Mercado. Here's the first pitch to him.
Ball, that's out.
Just the second inning, but already 37 pitches to this point. And this is a fastball that's right on the black, but ruled a ball. It's 2-0 now. Well hit the other way, and it's into the gap. Perez is on his way home. He scores as they move on top 4-0. He's in at second safely as a run will score on the play as well.
Well, we've already had some hard-hit balls in the first 2 innings here, and here's another one. Absolutely jumped off his bat and into the outfield, bringing another run home here in the early going.
And now still not ready just yet as he steps out for a second time here. So now Carlos Santana as he'll take a look at ball one. First time up, he went down looking. Now the 1-0 is taken, strike one. Wild pitch, but the catcher is able to knock it down. And a nice job to keep the runners at bay as the count moves to 2-2. Trying to send him packing for the second time. Line to the right side. A leaping try, but it's out of his reach and into the outfield. Now the throw comes in to hold that second runner at third, so they're at the corners now with still only one away.
Jose Ramirez.
Now here comes Ron Gardenhire up out of the dugout, and he's going to make a move as that's going to be all for his starter this afternoon. So he'll exit here this afternoon to a smattering of boos after what can be described as really a subpar performance. Bo Burrows enters from the pen in just the second inning, so they'll hope to get some length out of him and have him stay out there for a while. At the plate now, Jose Ramirez, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike one. 0 for 1 after he took a look at strike 3 in his first plate appearance. A ball and a strike. And it looks like a right-hander's gotten up to throw in the Tiger bullpen. In for strike 2.
With 2 strikes now and a runner at first, do you go for the strikeout or you're still looking for the double play ball?
Good time to try to put the ball down in the strike zone. You can either get a strikeout or potential double play ball.
Trying to nibble here, and he misses to run it full now. 3-2.
Hey, he threw that pitch with a purpose to get a double play. Good job to let it go by, though, as a hitter.
Now the 3-2 pitch. Here's a weakly hit fly ball off to the left side. Reyes has it, and I'd be surprised if they send the runner.
Now batting, designated hitter, Franmil Reyes.
Next will be the designated hitter, Franmil Reyes. 2s all over the place. 2 on, 2 out, and of course here in inning number 2. And he sends it the other way toward right center. Maben on the run. He gets there to make the catch, and that ends the inning. So 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left. On now to the bottom of the second. It's the Indians 5. And digging in, Jonathan Schoop. And his guys have quite a hill to climb. Down 5-zip here in the early going. And that misses for ball 1. And that swung on and missed on a pitch down 1-1. Schoop, who's nicknamed Mamba, his contract is set to expire at the end of this season, so he may end up hitting the market this winter.
Some guys only get to free agency 1 time in their career. This guy has a chance to get there for a second time and in the prime of his career. Is he able to handle the pressure as he plays out this final season?
Got him swinging on the fastball there. Jonathan Schoop becomes the first out here in the bottom of the second. Here's Cameron Maben now, as he'll take a changeup here for strike 1. Outside for a ball, 1-1. And that misses, 2-1. Bases are empty, one man out. Oh, and not an easy pitch to lay off of, but he did somehow, and he's got it to 3-1. Austin Romine will be next. A full count, 3-2 to the Tigers center fielder. Now the 3-2 pitch. Smoke toward third. Ramirez is up with it. And an off-balance throw is in time as he takes one away. Wow.
Batting six, the catcher, Austin Romine.
So bases are empty here with two gone. And up next, the catcher, Austin Romine. First offering on its way. Hit sharply on the ground to the left. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. So nothing happening this time around. We've played two full. The Indians. Welcome back. Here's Heidi Watney with a report as we get set for the top of the third. Heidi?
Matt, I talked with manager Terry Francona during the break about his thoughts on the Indians' hitters to this point. And flat out, he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. He said forcing the opposing starter out of the game before the third inning and posting a bunch of runs right out of the gate was huge for them from a confidence standpoint and for their outlook moving forward in this game. The key now is keeping their foot on the gas pedal, Matt.
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks. Good hard slider there, but it runs away. It's a ball and a strike. That nibbled the corner there, but missed. 2-1. Fastball is looked at for strike two. Now time is barked out by the home plate umpire. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Now the fastball is right by him as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning.
Well, you gotta love a live young arm. He's got an electric fastball, and if he can learn to harness that and work in his solid secondary stuff, he's going to have a really nice career on the mound. Not everyone is gifted with a fastball like that.
And a curveball in for a strike. So far 0 for 1 with a flyout. Well above the letters with the fastball that time.
Nope.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Maben is there. And that's the second out of the inning.
Up next for Cleveland.
Into the box, Roberto Perez. He reached on a walk in his last time up and later came around to score. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. Checks his swing here, but he does so in time.
Even though he was fooled in the box right there by that pitch, he was able to keep his hands back, not overcommit, and stay in this at bat.
To 2-2 now. Swinging a ball line down in the left field corner, but this will be foul. Another 2-2 offering. Started to go. Did he hold up in time? Yes, says the first base umpire. It's ball 3 now. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Running hard. He's digging for second. And this will find the wall out near the visitors' bullpen. And now that'll hop over the wall. So he'll be at second here with 2 away on a ground rule double. And that'll bring up the former first-rounder Christian Arroyo. Runner in scoring position with two gone. There's a fastball well off the plate for a ball. Two out here and a runner at second. Maybe trying to back him up a bit there with the fastball.
Good time to be a 9-hole hitter right now. More than likely going to get a good pitch to hit. The top of the order is looming on deck. Good spot to be a good hitter right now.
Here comes the 3-1 pitch. And he takes ball 4. So a good job out of the 9-hole in getting on base as we go back to the top of the order.
Wow, I'm not sure what they were afraid of in this at bat. The count moved to 3-2, and they didn't even challenge him there. I can understand being careful with some hitters, but not that guy. He'll happily take the walk.
He's set and the pitch. In tight here with the first pitch fastball that's 1-0.
Perfect time for a mound visit right here. Just give him a breather, a chance to collect himself and get back to work.
Got him to swing at a pitch below the knees. 1-1. Two down, runners at first and second. Now time asked for and granted by the home plate umpire. Looking to wiggle out of this. Here it is. In the dirt here. Good job to corral this quickly as the runners hold on. The 2-1.
I got 3-1. 3 balls.
There isn't a hitter alive that doesn't love hitting a fastball counts like 3-1. It's usually a pretty fruitful count in terms of getting a pitch to drive.
Hitters count all the way. Here it comes. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike. Bounce to first. Oh, and it eats him up a bit. On to first, and the Triber held in check as the inning is over. No runs, a hit, 2 left. We'll move on to the bottom of inning number 3. It's the Indians 5 and the Tigers nothing. Up next steps Kristen Stewart. 7, 8, and 9 to start the home third.
Not much going on offensively so far for these guys. 6 up, 6 down. We'll see if the bottom part of the lineup can get something going.
Well, the home crowd seems a little restless, so I'm sure they'd appreciate it. First pitch on its way. Stewart, playing here in his age 26 season, is usually found in left, but in this one he's manning the other corner outfield spot in right. Changed things up on him, and he got him to swing through it. 1-2 now. And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out.
That's a pretty impressive pitch from a young arm like that. If you can spot your pitches there in advantage counts like 1 and 2, you're going to have a lot of strikeouts and soft contact.
Into the box now, Nico Goodrum. As the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. Swung on and missed. 1-1. Tigers shortstop with a ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2.
I got to count 2 and 2.
And he struck him out as well. So the bottom of the order providing little resistance here, and there are 2 away.
He showed right there why having a good changeup is so valuable. 2 and 2, and he flips one up there that the bottom really falls out at the last minute. It's so hard to pick up, and it's even harder to make good contact with.
The next batter, Jeimer Candelario. He'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. This guy's still looking at a 0 in the hit column. And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1. 2 out, nobody on. And he fouls this one off. Fouled away. Off the plate that time and a little high. It's even at 2-2. And this will miss down low in the dirt, so he's worked it full now at 3-2. Victor Reyes would be next if they can keep this inning alive. And another pitch is hit foul as the battle continues here. Keeps fighting him off. The 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Sent out to straightaway center field. Long run for the center fielder. He's got it. A great running play, and that'll retire the side. Down in order go the Tigers. They can't chip into that 5-0 deficit. Into the box now, Oscar Mercado. He'll lead things off as they look to perhaps build on an already sizable lead.
Even though they're up by a boatload early on in this one, you can't get complacent and get lazy. They got to keep the gas pedal down because this team that they're playing can strike and score a lot of runs too.
The first baseman, Carlos Santana.
So striding forward now, Carlos Santana. It was an RBI single for him in his last plate appearance. And this one's not close. It's in the dirt for ball 1. Santana in front with a 2-0 count.
Talk about certain guys in the lineup that you want to be really careful with. This guy right here is one of those, and you can tell he's pitching awfully cautiously.
2-1 to the Indians' first baseman. 5 runs, 7 hits. No errors to this point for the Indians. As anticipated, here's a ground ball now to the right side. Oh, and he can't pick it up cleanly. And the throw won't be in time as he'll be able to beat out the recovery throw at first.
Jeez, this looked like a routine grounder that just got away from him. Every school kid knows that you've got to look it all the way into the glove. He didn't, and now they've got to deal with a 1-out base runner.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Jose Ramirez. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. Now a curveball that misses high and away to start him out. It's ball 1. Two balls and no strikes.
He's gone back-to-back with off-speed stuff to start this AB, and neither has found the zone. He's trying to pitch him backwards, but that only works if you can get them for strikes. Now he'll probably have to challenge him.
Franmil Reyes waits on deck. Ready with the 3-0. And, oh, they won't let him walk that easily as that somehow ruled a strike. 3-1 now. And he lays off here. A nice job. It's ball 4. First and second now with 1 away.
It's all a part of learning how to pitch in the big leagues. Major league hitters will not bail you out by swinging at pitches out of the zone. So he's going to have to continue to learn how to get guys out at this level.
And he takes ball 1. That evens it up 1-1. According to the career numbers on the back of his baseball card, Reyes carries a batting line a little over the 260 mark. That's on the corner to put him behind now. 1-2. And here's one that barely misses off the inside corner. 2-2.
I'll tell you, it's a helpless feeling for a manager or a pitching coach when your pitchers are having a really hard time throwing strikes. What are you supposed to do other than keep trying new guys until someone starts attacking the zone?
Now another 2-2. Started to go. Did he hold up in time? Yes, says the first base umpire. It's ball 3 now. Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone.
The right fielder, number 8.
Stepping into the box, Jordan Luplow. 2 men on, 2 away here in the 4th. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Now a check swing here. Did he go around? Yes, says Freddie Ferguson down at first. Strike 1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Hit back up the middle. Oh, and he has some trouble with it. Throw over to third here, and he is lucky to be able to scamper back to third as he's in safely. Ready once again, Domingo Santana. He hits here in a spot where he might be able to put this one out of reach.
Yeah, Matt, down 5, another runner.
Oh, no, that hit him. No play as the run comes in to score, and we're all hoping he's going to be okay on the mound. And with that play over now, time to check and see if our man is all right. You can really see him favoring that leg, and that is his plant leg, which is always a concern. But from the way he's acting out there, I think it looks like he's going to be okay to try and continue. To the plate now, Roberto Perez, as he lifts it in the air to right field. In there, a base hit. And not in time as the run scores. And he's safe.
Dan, from a pitcher standpoint, that's a backbreaker. 2 out, 2 RBI base hit right there.
Awfully frustrating. You're trying to make some good pitches. You get 2 outs, and all of a sudden you give up that big base hit that drives in 2. Frustrating for a pitcher.
In now, Christian Arroyo. And it's fouled away. And they're runners at the corners now. Set to deliver the 0-1. 3 runs already home here. High chopper over to first. Scooped up, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. So they pick up 3 runs on only 2 hits in the inning, 1 error in the inning, and 2 men left stranded. On now to the bottom half of inning number 4. It's the Indians 8 and the Tigers nothing. In now, Victor Reyes back to the top of the lineup as they're still looking for their first base runner in this one.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've yet to figure this guy out on the mound. He's looked great so far.
He has, but we'll see if this second trip through the order changes anything.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what kind of adjustments these hitters are able to make in the middle innings of this game.
Next for the Tigers, Harold Castro. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Ball 1.
Yeah, that looked like a strike, but let me tell you, when you're staring at a big 0 in the hit column, getting a call like that to go your way can feel like a big victory.
This one's a strike. It's 1-1. Now a good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone. The 2-1 home. Lifted down the line in left. And they can't run it down. No runs, no hits. 1 error for the Tigers thus far. 3 balls and 2 strikes to the Tigers' designated hitter.
Not a time to fool around right now on a 3-2 count with the middle part of the order coming up. Expect a good pitch to swing at.
And he lost him here on 3-2 as that pitch misses. It's ball 4.
They haven't been able to register a hit against this guy, but at least they have a base runner here. We'll see if that leads to something.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Miguel Cabrera. He got on top of one and was a ground-out victim last time. Perez over to his right, and that's the second out of the inning.
The batter, number 8.
Ready now, Jonathan Schoop, looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. Fastball in there for a called strike.
Hey, this isn't exactly the way you'd like to draw it up. Not throwing a lot of first pitch strikes, but the bottom line is he's getting outs.
Two out with the man at first.
Ball 1.
Now a changeup, but it misses just a little below the zone.
Wow, really close pitch on 0-2. That just missed, and if he hits that spot right there again, he might get the call next time.
And did he hold up in time? A look down, and no, he went around. It's strike 3. Tigers leave 1. Still 8-0. Kyle Funkhauser gets the call to pitch here, and he'll try to sort this mess out. He's going to try to at least eat a couple of innings for his guys. New inning set to get underway, and that'll bring in the switch-hitting Francisco Lindor. He launched one over the wall back in the opening frame, and he'll start the inning with a pitch that misses off the plate. It's ball 1. Ground ball sent back up the middle. He's got it, and the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away.
Now batting.
Ready for another shot now, Oscar Mercado. He lined out in his last trip, so looking for better fortunes here.
Yeah, Matty, but as he walks to the plate right here, he feels good building off that last AB. He hit that ball on the screws.
The 1-0. Pulls this one in the air out to left. Reyes will get there with ease as he puts it away for out number 2.
Now batting. The first baseman.
Now to the plate, Carlos Santana. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. Pulled toward right center field. And Schoop will settle under it to make the play, and that ends the inning. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. Home half of the 5th coming up. Welcome back for the bottom of the 5th. Here's Heidi Watney.
Thanks, Matt. I talked with Tigers manager Ron Gardenhire during the break about the team's offensive performance so far. And he told me he's pretty unhappy with their discipline at the plate in this one. He said their pitch selection has been the main reason for their struggles today, as far too often they've been swinging at pitches outside the strike zone. That's leading to a lot of soft contact and easy outs. So the focus going forward is on shrinking the zone and forcing the opposing pitching to throw more strikes.
All right, Heidi, thank you. Standing in, Cameron Maybin. He leads off in the bottom of the 5th as they look to break through on the scoreboard for the first time in this one.
Yeah, baseball is a game of adjustments, and it's time they start making some. They don't need to change their entire approach necessarily, but now is maybe when they start thinking about ways to get the guy on the mound out of his rhythm a bit. Hey, you want to talk about being in a zone? This guy's been raking lately, and it all starts with his pitch selection. 2 great takes, and he's almost daring the pitcher just go ahead and challenge him.
Now the 3-0 offering is in there for strike 1. Popped him up. Santana moving to his left, looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
Now batting. The catcher.
Settling in now, Austin Romine. Now the pitch. Hard hit ball to second. And that's the 2nd out.
Now batting. Number 14.
Standing in, Kristen Stewart. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, but it was a good changeup, Matty. Good arm action on that pitch. Look for him to try and stay back a little bit more. Let the ball get a little deeper. Don't be shocked if this pitcher tries to rush a heater right here.
A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Going back is the right fielder, and this one is gone. A home run.
Yeah, they dug themselves quite a hole, but they say the first thing you need to do when that happens is to stop digging. Well, with that solo shot, they've stopped digging, but they've got a long way to go before they climb out of this hole completely.
Arroyo has a play. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. One for the Tigers, and it comes on this solo home run. We're through 5 here this afternoon. Still up. Coming to the plate now, Jose Ramirez. He'll try and get things started as we begin inning number 6. First pitch of the inning is taken downstairs for a ball. It's 1-0. Low and away as he misses again. 2-0.
Well, that's another great hitting count here on 2-0. It's no wonder why they're up 7.
2-1 after the foul ball there.
Now here it comes. 2-1 pitch is a fastball swung on and missed. 2-2.
He got a swing and a miss on that last pitch, but that's not the location he wants to live in against a hitter of this quality.
Changeup taken for ball 3, well below the zone. They haven't played perfectly as it's hit on the ground. Schoop has it. Throw will be well late as he reaches it first.
I know that has to be frustrating from a pitcher's standpoint, but nice execution, nice hustle. Bottom line, nice hustle. Pitcher's still one good pitch away from getting a double play.
You know, D-Roll, one of the things you want to do is make quality pitches as a pitcher, and there's not much you can do right there. You make a pretty good pitch, and the next thing you know, you have a leadoff single on an infield ground ball.
He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Hit high and deep to right center. And this is going to find the alley as he might have himself his second double of the ball game. And they've really got something going here. Runners at second and third to start the inning.
And I think that may have been a situation where the runner on first was waiting to see if the ball was going to get down or not. If there were 2 outs, he most likely scores there. Instead, he has to hold at third. Can't really fault him for that, though.
Stepping in now, Jordan Luplow. And he puts it on the ground to second. Schoop is there. Throw to first is in time, but meanwhile, the runner is in to score.
Well, that's a quality at bat right there. Brings home the run with a ground ball, but also moves the other guy over to third base. Good job of keeping it simple there.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. A ball and no strikes. Hit to third. And there are 2 away now.
The catcher, number 55.
Digging in and looking for more, Roberto Perez. 2 hits in 2 trips for him thus far. First pitch on its way. In on the hands a bit with the fastball. It's 1-0. And he falls behind now, 2-0. 2 outs here with a runner at third. And I believe they'll say he broke the plane, as yes he did. It's ruled a strike. Now the 2-1. Grounded back up the middle. Schoop towards second. He's got it. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. 2 hits in the inning lead to a run for Cleveland. 9-1-2 scheduled to hit in the home half of the 6th. The Tribe lead this one 9-1. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Jeimer Candelario will start things out in their half of the 6th as they look to shake things up here for a lineup that quite frankly has been non-existent to date.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've been completely overmatched to this point. 1 hit through 5 innings. I mean, what else can you say about the pitching they faced other than it's been fantastic? We'll see if that continues as we approach the later inning.
Fans, a new season is upon us, filled with hope and optimism for the months ahead. And what better way to stay involved all season long than with a full or partial season ticket plan? Whether you're looking for a handful of marquee games or all 81 home games, we've got a plan to suit every fan's needs. Stop by any stadium ticket window and talk to a representative today. Fans, make sure to join us here at the ballpark this Friday night, as we've got the solution for these cold early season games. The first 10,000 fans through the gates will receive a complimentary Team Fleece blanket. That's courtesy of MLB The Show. Hey fans, want to be able to take MLB.com with you wherever you go? Then listen to the best of Major League Baseball when and how you want it through MLB.com podcast. Whether it's fantasy information, minor league information, or the latest news and views from around baseball, MLB.com podcast will keep you informed. Visit MLB.com/podcast and subscribe today. Nothing is impossible when we all stand together. That's why MLB has teamed up with Stand Up to Cancer to make the impossible possible by funding innovative research with the goal of turning every cancer patient into a long-term survivor. Stand up with MLB at standuptocancer.org, because when we all stand together, cancer doesn't stand a chance. Fans, on your drive home, don't forget to tune in to AM 1750 for a full recap of our ball game. And of course, lots and lots of debate. It's the Big O and Grumpy Joe Show, featuring Omar Cannon and Joe Wilkerson. After the ball game, exclusively on 1750 AM.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Not surprisingly here, this is on the ground to the right side. And they'll flip it to the pitcher covering for the out.
Well executed two-seamer on the outside corner that time, and that's what you'll get a lot of with that pitch. He rolled right over it.
Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Victor Reyes. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. A changeup floats outside here for ball one. One out, nobody on. 2-0 to the Tigers left fielder. Now a swing and a ball popped in the air back behind short. Lindor takes charge out there and he stays with it for the second out. Next to the plate for the Tigers, the DH, Harold Castro. It was a walk in his last trip. And this is taken outside for ball one.
I think when a team starts struggling, certainly offensively, it's just guys try and play above their pay grade. Know who the best players are in the lineup and try and get on base to set them up.
Around first, digging for two. And now he'll get into scoring position with two away.
Well, the pitcher can't really worry about that one. I mean, it was only their second hit of the game, so he's doing a lot of things right. Let's see if he can leave him out there now.
First offering on its way. Good fastball down around the knees there, taken for a strike. Fastball misses inside. It's even at 1.
1-1.
Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. 2 balls and a strike to the Tigers' first baseman.
2-1.
He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
Team's been struggling on offense. Let your D work for you right here. Pound the zone.
Hit to first. And nothing will come of the 2-out double as the inning is over. Danger averted following the 2-out double. Back with more of this Thursday afternoon business person special following this. All set for the start of the inning. Digging in to try it again, Christian Arroyo. He was a ground out victim last time up. And that one's in on the hands to start the inning. It's ball 1. Ball 2.
You know, sometimes it takes a pitcher a few pitches to get going, but those 2 pitches weren't even close. Falls behind at a count 2-0. It's time to start getting locked in.
And the pitch on 2-1.
The count is 3-1.
One thing that could nag at you as a pitcher is having to work really hard to get a guy that you think you should be able to cruise right through. He's not known for his offensive prowess, but he's putting together a real nice at bat here.
And a good take there as they'll have a leadoff man aboard to start the 7th. It's ball 4. And that'll bring in the switch hitting Francisco Lindor. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. First pitch on its way. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. Nobody out, runner on first. And this one's in the dirt. And the runner will stay put, but the count moves to 2-0. From the belt, the pitch. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Chasing after it is Maben. He can't make the play as it hops over the wall, and that's a break for the defense as it's going to keep the runner from first from scoring.
Mercado.
Hey, it's hard to say if he would have scored if the ball hadn't hopped over the wall. They might have held the runner at third because there were no outs, but who knows? Either way, they'll still wind up with a runner at second and third and still no outs after the ground rule double.
Ivan Nova comes on to pitch now, hoping for better results than the other arms that they've run out there in this one. Dive, but it's off his glove, and that ought to get at least one run in. He pulls into second safely, as also on the play, a run comes across to score.
The first baseman, Carlos Santana.
Into the box, Carlos Santana.
And on the first pitch, he grounds foul.
He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. And he'll fight this one fouled off to the left as the count goes to 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. And the curveball bounces here, but a good job behind the plate to keep it at arm's length. Now the Tigers have some action in the bullpen as a left-hander starts to get loose. Weighing inside with that one, a pretty easy take there.
Number 3 hole hitter up right now. Cleanup guy on deck. 2-ball, 2-strike count. I think pitcher wants to make something happen right here.
And this is swung on and missed. And boy, they took care of a key man there. 1 away.
Up next to Cleveland.
Coming to the plate now, Jose Ramirez. We'll see if he can deliver here. Runners still at second and third with 1 away now. Comes set with the 0-1. Big swing, but a little dribbler here to the right side of the mound. And he will beat the tag. Safe at the plate.
Now
to the plate now is the designated hitter, Franmil Reyes. 2 doubles for him to this point in the game. First delivery to him on the way. 0-1 the count. Looking at his career totals, Reyes carries a batting line a little over the 260 mark. Runners are at the corners with 1 man out. Line to the right side. Base hit, and that'll get a run in. The relay throw on to third, but he's in safely as a run will score on the play as well.
Sometimes you just got to trust your hands. That pitch probably wasn't even in the zone, and he was able to fight it off for a base hit.
At the plate, Jordan Luplow as he puts it on the ground to third. There's one. Return throw is in time. How about that? They do turn 2, and it gets him out of the inning. Around the horn they go. 5-4-3 to end the threat. Back with more of this Thursday afternoon business person special following this. Last half of the 7th here. Now at the plate, Jonathan Schoop. No hits for him to this point, not unlike many of his fellow teammates. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. The windup and the 0-1. High chopper towards first. He's right there, and he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted.
The batter, the center fielder, Cameron.
So striding in, Cameron Maybin. 0-for-2 for him to this point. Here comes the first pitch. Cold strike at the letters. 0-1.
That elevated fastball right there, that is the biggest change in the game today for me. When I first came up, a lot of guys working that Greg Maddux east to west.
0-2 the count to Maybin now. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And this one's inside and high. 1-2 now.
Love the high heater right there to raise the hitter's sights. Let's see if he buries something in the dirt right here.
Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone.
Wow, that's one of the toughest pitches in baseball to hit right. That good straight changeup, El Cambio. There's not much you can do with that. You're going off of that arm speed, and the ball, it just doesn't get there.
At the plate now, Austin Romine. A ball and no strikes. 0-for-2 from him so far in this one. Liner towards second, and that will conclude matters here in the 7th. 3 up, 3 down for Detroit. They're looking up at a 12-1 deficit. Now at the plate, Domingo Santana. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. First pitch coming. Here it is. The 0-1 on its way. In the air, out to right. Right fielder is on the run. He gets there and makes the play for the first out.
The catcher, number 55, Roberto.
Now at the plate, Roberto Perez. 2 for 3 with a double on his line so far. Sandy Leon will move into the on-deck circle now to try to get something started here with 1 gone in the inning.
Leon.
The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball. The 2-0. 3-0 now.
Well, he knows it, but this is the kind of guy you just have to go right after. He's not the biggest threat with the bat, so it's time to challenge him right here.
Popped him up. Romine is there. 2 gone.
Now batting, the second baseman, Christian Arroyo.
Now in the box, Christian Arroyo. No hits to this point. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Now a big fastball, and he's well behind it with the swing. On, he pops it up, and that's in there. Base hit. 2-out success, and that means Francisco Lindor will hit here as well.
Boy, so frustrating as a pitcher. You make a quality pitch on the inside half of the plate right there. Try to bust him in, D-Row, and he fights it off the other way.
Yeah, you tip your hat to the pitcher right there. He executed his pitch, but nice job by the offensive player fighting. It doesn't matter what it looks like. A knock's a knock.
Francisco Lindor stands in as he looks at ball 1 here. And he lays off a fastball here that looked pretty good, but it's 2-0.
He may be down 2-0 after those first 2 pitches in this AB, but those are pitches he can feel pretty good about. They did miss by a whole.
And the throw to first is there. The inning is over. 1 hit, 1 left. Not too many more shots left. Home half of the 8th coming up. Cleveland's out in front, 12-1. Sandy Leon will remain in the game in the 8th spot and take over at catcher.
Now catcher, number 9, Sandy Leon.
Stepping up now, Kristen Stewart. We're in the 8th now, and nothing's changed out there on the mound.
Well, I've been very impressed with how this starter's going about his business, Matt. He's looked really sharp, and it's hard to know if it's had any effect, but getting that early lead from his offense could have really helped settle him in.
Oliver Perez is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Number 39, Oliver Perez.
First offering on its way.
Hey.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1.
Hey. Whoa, that's down.
Hit down the line at first. But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. Perez has seen his role change with those one batter. Well hit. Deep down the right field line. Nearly a big fly to start the inning. Instead of foul ball. Outside and low that time. Now it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. And he takes ball 3, so it's a full count now.
He's definitely going to want to get greedy in his zone, and he's obviously seeing the ball well, or he would have swung at that pitch. Sometimes in these long epic at bats, you start to get into swing mode.
Mercado has to roam straight back, but he has it for the first out.
Up next for the
And there are the final numbers for the Indian starter. It was a really nice day on the mound for him.
Hey, what a great job of mixing speeds and mixing up his pitches. 2 hits allowed in this one. Dominant performance.
To the plate now, Niko Goodrum. Lays off 1-0. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. And here's a ball hit in the air. Santana in foul ground, and no one will track it down. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. 1 out, nobody on. Even count, 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Not surprised he's laid on a heater right there. Just saw an off-speed pitch. Wanted to stay back a little bit too long.
Little chopper back to the mound. On to first, and it's a good start to the inning for Perez. 2 away.
Up next for the Tigers, the third baseman.
Digging in the switch hitter, Jeimer Candelario. 0-for-2 with a fly ball and a ground out on his line to this point. Fastball swung on and missed.
Hey, either this hitter needs a cup of coffee or he was sitting off speed right there.
Grounder down the line at third, and that finds its way through for a base hit.
You know, D-Roll, there's been some great pitching in this one so far. After that knock, that's only the 3rd hit of the game, and we're getting late into this one.
Yeah, they always say you got to tip your hat to the opposition sometimes. Well, I think this offense is tired of tipping its hat. They got to start to swing the bats a little bit better. That's their 3rd knock of the game. I know it's late, but maybe they can get something going.
Hit the other way out toward right field. And 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is over. 1 left for Detroit. They're looking up at a 12-1 deficit. Striding in, Oscar Mercado. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. First pitch on its way. 9th inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a called strike. Here's a fastball that crowds him a bit, and it's 1-1. And he pumps the fastball by him here. 1-2 now.
I'm interested to watch this next pitch right here. He got a swing on a high fastball. I wonder if he's going to pull the old Plesac and climb the ladder.
Here's a fastball in on the fists, and that'll even things up at 2-2. Had to sit back on the changeup, and he did a good job to get the bat on that one. And this is popped up back behind second. Here's Scope to make the catch, and there's out number 1.
Up next for Cleveland, the first baseman.
Into the box now, Carlos Santana. He was sat down on strikes in his last at bat.
Yeah, he's got to put that one behind him, especially with runners in scoring position. Those punch outs will stick with you a little longer.
It's not easy to get your barrel to a pitch that high. That could be an effective location as long as he keeps it above the letters.
A ball and a strike now. The 1-1.
That's ball 2.
Bases are empty, 1 man out.
Ball 3.
Lays off the changeup, and he's ahead in the count now, 3-1.
1 strike.
Good job to work the count and put himself back in the driver's seat. Started off with 1 strike, and now he's got the count in his favor, 3-1.
Reined in, and he'll step on first himself for the out.
Now batting.
Now batting, Jose Ramirez. He reached on a fielder's choice previously. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Liner toward right center. And that'll split the gap, as it should be extra bases. Around second now and headed for third. And he is in there.
Here's another look at it right here as he drives it right between the 2 outfielders, heading towards the right center field wall. He was flying out of the box, so I think he was thinking triple all the way. By the time they get it back in, he's safely into third.
Gregory Soto comes on to pitch now, hoping for better results than the other arms that they've run out there in this one.
Gregory.
Into the box now, Franmil Reyes, as the first pitch misses high and inside for ball 1. Working on a good line in this ball game, 3 for 5 thus far. Inside, and he falls behind the hitter now, 2-0.
And think about it. In game 1 of this series, they've already had to go deep into their bullpen. This could affect them for the rest of the weekend if they don't get really good starting pitching.
2-1 the count. From the belt, kicks and deals. Right side, but it's going to be a foul ball. Full count, 3-2 to the Indians DH.
Now on 3-2 as a pitcher, you've got to go with the pitch that you feel most comfortable throwing with.
Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. So digging in now, Harold Castro starting things for his side in the 9th as they face the improbable odds of trying to come back in this one.
Yeah, not a lot of hope for them at this point. These guys know these bats still count. At least for their own stats. You can't mill in your chances as a professional.
Here's a sinker to start him out, but he wouldn't bite. It's ball 1. Too much bite on the sinker, and he's behind 2-0 now.
That's where he wants that sinker to end up, but that was a nice job of laying off.
2 balls and a strike. Inside for a ball as he falls behind to him here, 3-1.
Boy, that's one of the toughest pitches to lay off. A hard breaking ball at the back foot. Tough take on a terrific pitch.
Luplow is there, and that's not the start to the bottom of the 9th this crowd was hoping for. 1 away.
Now batting, the first baseman, Miguel.
First baseman Miguel Cabrera stands in. He was a ground out victim last time up. This is line to left. Santana is there, and folks are starting to head for the exits now. 2 gone here in the 9th.
The batter, number 8, second baseman.
Tigers down to their final out here, and that'll bring up Jonathan Scope to hit next. Here's a breaking ball, but it doesn't quite find the strike zone. Now a fastball for a called strike. It's 1-1.
Great job by the pitcher right there, changing eye levels. We all know he's a sinker ball pitcher, but if he could throw some four-seamers up in the zone like that.
Throw on to first will be in time, and the Indians have taken game one of the series on the road as the ball game is over.
Well, that wasn't exactly a nail-biter, but it's always nice when you can get an offensive explosion like that and save your closer for another day. A comfortable victory.
12-1 at the end of this one. Cleveland posted a 3-run first to propel them to the win. Jeffrey Rodriguez earns his first win of the season as he finishes 7 innings with only 2 hits allowed. Matthew Boyd was unable to work out of the second inning as he saddled with the loss. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.
Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 42 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this afternoon. And we remind you to please drive home safely.